Okay, so this is my elevator at the moment. Because it's not hooked up to an actual elevator, what I've done is for the elevator's inputs, I've hooked it up straight to 0, so it's the encoder. So I've hooked up all the inputs to 1, or positive power rather than ground, to simulate the elevator being at the bottom floor, because 000 is the first floor for me. And what I've been doing is I've been going through my circuit and seeing what works and what doesn't, and using a multimeter, you can see that my bouncing circuit works because I get a voltage for each button I measure. So you can see that it's active low because I get a voltage and the button isn't pressed. I've also been sure to make sure that my registers are not clearing themselves. So to do that, I actually need to supply voltage because the clear function on these flip-flops is active low. And for some reason, I think the problem with my circuit is somewhere over here with the muxes, where I have to kind of decide how I'm storing the memory, because it's from there my design kind of like decides, okay, I'm going to compare it and then enable changing floors when I can. And so what I've done to kind of just see what works and what doesn't, I've taken my enable for the floors, so I can actually change the floors now. Usually in the elevator should be able to do it automatically, but what I've done is I've actually just straight up enabled it, so that when I press a button, you see the red lights. That's the floor representation. So this is floor 10. This is my most significant bit, and this is my least significant bit. So floor 10, I have 1001, so this is right. Floor 9, 1000, so that's right. And now there's something funny here. There's something funny going on in the signal, because there's some parts where it does work and where it doesn't work at all. Like 0 works fine, 1 works fine, 2 works fine, 3 doesn't work, 4 works, 5 works, 6 works, 7 doesn't work, 8 works, 9 works. So these are floors don't seem to work. So it seems to be 7 and 3 that don't work. And when I plug this back in, when I plug the manual back into where it's supposed to go, this enable here, where's the output to the enable again? Where did I put that? The enable output. I plug it straight into 1, so here it is. If I plug it here, now I just get a flashing circuit, and I guess technically now, because they're the same, I should be able to change a floor, but I can't. It's not allowing me to, which is a little bit frustrating. Let's check if the stay function is working. The stay output I have in my design. It's not giving off any voltage, so the elevator doesn't know that the floor and the floor request match, because the red lights represent the floor request, while the hold on. Oh wait, hold on. This goes. Oh dear. Right. Where does this go? Oh yeah, that was just unnecessary, never mind. Okay, anyway. That was just me testing something. Right, so this, so far I have my muxes, they don't seem to work right, and my encoders, I check the outputs, and I get voltage. I'm getting voltage, and I think it's because these muxes invert my signal that I'm maybe having a problem. Like, I thought I was taking advantage of it, because when I take the signal from the when I take the signal from the encoded bits, it's an active low, so I get 1111 instead of 0000. But it seems to be responding badly to this. But I just showed before that the buttons work. At least most of the buttons seem to work when I enable it. So something is working. I just, for the life of me, I just can't figure it out. But anyway, the layout of my circuit is I have my debouncing circuit, so my floor request, my clock here. I have, and then this column is the elevator input. What I've done is that I've kind of matched the wires to my bits. So this is my elevator input put into bits. So yellow, that's what the yellow is. And then the orange wires I have feeding into the second mux over here are the inputs to the, oh wait, no, sorry, the blue wires, not the blue wires are the ones that feed into the elevator output. So that's elevator input. And I did manage to kind of get my reset switch working, so that clears all the registers, sends the 0 out, stops it from flashing. So I still need to figure out what's going on there. But yeah, that's it for my elevator. That's what I got working, and that's what I didn't get working. I checked my encoders. They seem to be working fine. So I think the issue is here, and I just haven't been able to solve it. I pulled it apart, put it back together. So yeah, there we go.